G'day guys, it's Morezy here. Welcome back to Morezy Plays Minecraft, episode number 23. We are here in the Nether, as you can see, getting some quartz at the moment. Got a few things to do today. I've had a few ideas on our villager sorting system and how we can improve it. Namely, I've got an idea on how we can have multiple villages of the same type and cycle through them, which will be handy because we need those for the things like the librarians and the armorers and the other guys that have multiple trades that we might want different versions of. So that should be cool. I'm running a little bit late this week because on the 26th of January here, it is Australia Day. Whoa, look out. That guy just wants to be shot, doesn't he? Let's see if I can do this without dying. Okay. Oh, that's not a good start. Right. So yeah, Australia Day. Oh man. I was hoping this guy would get out of the way. Anyway. Let's see if we can get him. There we are. Oh, I missed. What? No. This one. Aha, gotcha. I was kind of hoping he would like stay here so I could get some gas tears from him. But anyway, yeah, Australia Day. So that is what sort of like the equivalent of Independence Day, I guess, for Australia. So it's public holiday. Everyone pretty much just goes to the beach or the local river or wherever, and just has a good time. Generally a barbecue and something else. But I just had a relaxing day. Spent the day swimming in the pool, and got extremely sunburnt. Yes. Very sunburnt, so I'm very red and sore at the moment, but that'll teach me. Well, not really, it happens to me a lot, so I probably haven't learnt my lesson yet. But I'm going to keep digging away some quartz here. Got a little bit here, so we can try and get some more work done on this villager sorter. I just wanted to start to pretty it up a little bit at the front as we're getting very close to finished with it. So I'm going to keep going here for a bit and we'll see you back at the sorting system. So it looks with all my new villager positions now, this is the new hotspot for zombies. Previously, as you remember, they all used to go around the center of this joint here, but obviously now I have villagers up a bit higher over here. They're all sort of standing around down here. It's still pretty useful actually having these villages underground, as I've spoken about before, because it means I don't have to really worry about zombies anymore. They won't chase me, they'll just go straight for the villagers generally. So as long as I don't have a way for them to get in, it'll be okay. Alright, let's head down to the sorting system and I'll try and explain what we're trying to do here. Alright, and here we are guys. So from last episode, I went ahead and did a few things. We did this on the live stream, which runs on Twitch TV now, rather than YouTube, if you're wondering. And what we've got is, we've got a pickup system here, and I've just put, let's see if I can show you here. I've just put all these villagers into a water stream. These are all the good villagers that we sorted out with that system there. So the good villagers are in a water stream which gets pushed right into this corner where they're picked up by this minecart. Once they're picked up by the minecart, we've got two buttons here. The first button puts them up to this area here so we can check them, see what they are. So this guy's a weaponsmith, and obviously we would cycle through and make sure he's got decent trades, which he should do if he's in this side. Then what I did is I connected these lines together. So this is the first line that we had set up before. So all we have to do then is work out where we want this guy to go. Now for the demonstration, I'm just going to put him in this position. So at the moment there's a toolsmith there, and let's say we want to swap out the toolsmith. So what we do here is we'll press that button, toolsmith will go away, and we press this button, and the weaponsmith should arrive in the front here. There he comes. And there he is, there's the weaponsmith. Now at the moment I haven't got this set up yet. The toolsmith has come back to this position. That is because I was trying to work out why this ejection system wasn't working, and I realised the activator rail isn't actually powered, so that's why. But what would normally happen is, once we've decided that the villager we currently have is not as good as the one we want to put in, when we send it around, it would automatically eject itself here into this side, which is the side that we want the reject villagers to go in. So I actually need to power that. Let me just let's check under here, and perfect, I've got one block and one torch, so that should work. There we go. And then of course the villager will actually, let's see if I can do this without jumping 1,000 times. The villager will run over this activator rail. This is the next valid spot for it to jump out, so it will, and when it does that, the piston will push it into the hole. This is where we would have the portal set up for the iron farm, and that way we can send all the rejects to the iron farm to replenish the villagers there, because that seems to slowly be diminishing over there, which is interesting. But yeah, so that's where we're at the moment, and as you can see, it's all very full at the moment here. Now the trick that I've got to work on now is a way to actually hold multiple types of the same villager. For example, the librarian over there, we're going to want at least 5 or 6 different librarians, because they'll all have different trades that we want to keep. Same deal for, you can see I've already got 3 librarians in here. Same deal for the villager toolsmiths and weaponsmiths and armorsmiths, and I think that's about it. So after thinking for a while, I've come up with an idea, and what I'm going to do first though is just show you how we're going to lay out this part. So in my live stream we were looking at ways that I can get up here and click on this villager, because it's a bit tricky currently, and I had originally thought of doing a staircase up like this, you know, sort of like that thing, you climb up there, but it's a little bit bulky, and yeah, I didn't really like it, to be honest. In the live stream we talked about using pistons to push myself up, so we'd have, you know, a piston here, and I'd flick a button and I'd get lifted up so I can talk to this villager. But again, that won't work for what I want to do, so what we're going to do instead is just a little bit of a basic idea. Just going to put a full block here, full block there, and like that. Then we're going to just put a half slab on top, and then just a simple ladder on the front, and that's just going to be how we access these guys. It takes up a lot less space, and it's a little bit nicer, I think. But one thing I want to use this for, which is why it's a good design, is we want to use this to put another button on. So you can see I've moved the button to the top here rather than the front. That is so we can put another button on the side. The button on the side is going to be used to switch out villages where we want multiples of them. So for example, all of these guys. And this button is going to control that. But next I need to show you exactly how we're going to do it. So for that I'm just going to jump over to my test world, just because it'll give you a better idea before we start. So here we are in my test world. A few things here might look familiar. We've got the house, we've got the iron golem face, and over here we've actually got the layout for the villager pens as well. Just a few ideas I was working on. Alright, so this is what we're going to be making right here. This is just a little design I came up with. It's probably been done before, but I'm not too sure. Sort of like a Pez dispenser, I guess. Now, I've seen minecarts be stacked on top of each other, and that has seemed to work for some people. For this particular use, it doesn't seem to work very well, so what I've done here is used some pistons with some glass blocks, and the glass blocks are being pushed into the villages at the moment, and it actually has the effect of stacking them up really nice and uniformly. Then we've got a little powered rail at the bottom here. So here's the idea. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villages in here at the moment, and of course we could extend this a little bit further as well. And I doubt I'd need much more than 5 villages, I don't think. But the idea here is, imagine that right here we've got the villager that we selected, and he's standing here, and we want to cycle him out. So let's catch him in there. So we would push the button on the side that we have, so the one on this side. That would send this guy over to here and drop him into this instead of sending him around the rest of the track. And a short time after, it would activate this pulse here, which, as you can see, drops all the villagers down a level and spits a new one out. So the new one, of course, would come into this slot rather than going back again. And that way we can actually cycle through the villages, and it works very reliably as well. So if we do that, you can see they come out, comes up, the rest of these guys drop down, and yeah, it's really reliable at the moment. It seems to work very well. The only thing that happens is sometimes these guys get caught on this block. Well, I'm sure there's a fix I can do to that. Just see what happens when I do this guy. Yeah, you can see that actually, because he was stuck on that block, it might be a little bit tricky for him to fall in. So let's just see what happens here. Yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, that is where we're at, and that is the design we're going to be using. Hopefully I can make it a little bit more reliable than it already is, which is actually pretty good already. I mean, each time we do it, we get one villager out, which is what we want. So that's what we need to do. So it's going to require a few resources and a bit of a hole to be dug. So let's go back to the world and see how we're going. Okay guys, we've got another breach here. Something's going on and I don't know how or why. But we've got some zombies making their way around. This is obviously one of the villagers that he killed. Killed some guy there. I don't know what he was carrying. But I wonder how they actually got in. But let me show you what we've been doing here. I'm going to have to keep watch for these zombies, because if that's going to keep happening, that's going to be very annoying. I'm sure there's... put some more light around. I'm sure there's a reason why. I saw one of the guys came up from down here somewhere, so there must be some lighting issues down here. So I'll put a few more torches around. But what I just did quickly here was I dug out the area that we're going to use for our little stacking system. And I'm pretty sure that the guys didn't come out of here, although... was that a guy I saw around here just before? Maybe not. We have run into the spider farm here. They wouldn't be coming out of here because this is all half slabbed. But this is where the stacking systems are going to go. So down through here. And I've just got a little ladder here to climb up here. And we've got some of the front done here as well. Here we are. So I've done the platforms, so then we can easily get up to the top here, talk to the guys, come down, talk to them, it's, you know, that sort of thing. And then I've also got the buttons laid out. So as I work it out, we need four of these stacking systems. So we need one for the librarians, one for the toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, and armorsmiths, and any other villagers I'm not too worried about. I'm just happy to have one of those. I'm not even sure what was in this one. But the idea is they will come down through here, and we're going to modify this section here slightly. And oh, this is very pokey in here. But so we've got these buttons set up here on the side, right here like this, and the way we're going to wire those up is it just lends itself nicely. So the button is on the other side of this block here. So if we actually take that block out, I think, was that the one I'm supposed to take out? Yeah. So if we take that block out, we can put some redstone here. Now the redstone, if we leave it as a dot like that, it will actually power these blocks, which will power these powered rails. So we don't want that to happen, so all I've done here is just put another piece and it straightens the wire out so it doesn't connect to any of these. But then on the underside, what we will do is have a sticky piston directly under this block here. It'll probably end up being, yeah, under this one, I think. Although, actually, it might even be under this one. Let me just change this a little bit. Okay, let's actually put a full block here. And sticky piston goes underneath. And from that, we'll put a redstone block like that. And that will be what powers our system. So from there, we'll need to run along this line here. This power will come over to here, where it will power a corner and switch the track towards the big hole we've just dug. And the big hole will of course hold the stacking system that will allow us to stack all these villages up one on top of the other. Alright, I'm going to do a bit more work here and we'll come back in a second. Alright guys, I've been hearing some weird noises coming from around the corner here somewhere. Oh, no way. How? There goes all my good villagers. Oh man. Oh man. Ah. I don't even know whether these guys are worth keeping. Whether I should just kill them all. Probably, right? Oh, that's terrible. I could like hear this noise and it sounded... I've never really heard that noise before, and obviously it was these guys transforming the villagers into zombies. Ah, man. So when we had that breach before, one of them must have got in here somewhere and managed to fall down into this hole. Alright. Okay guys, I've made the decision. I'm gonna kill these guys. Because I do have this villager sorter, so it won't be hard to get them back again. I just need to... Is there a creeper down there? Why is there a creeper down there? Oh, no way. Maybe that's where these zombies actually came from. Hello. How are you? Oh, this is just a... Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay. Well, let me see if I can kill this guy. I don't know if I can hit him without him blowing up. Yeah. Yeah. That's... break the redstone, of course. Okay, not gonna happen. Let's just try and do this safely here. See how we go. Lucky. So, he literally spawned in this exact spot. What a champion. Okay. I'm breaking everything here. I'm trapped. Okay, right. Well, let me get out of here first. And my zombie collection keeps growing. There's more guys up here, so of course, gonna have to kill them too. But yes, I have decided I'm going to kill these guys, and we're just gonna start again, I think. The idea is that I'm trying to get the best villager anyway, so these villagers would have been replaced eventually. I just hope there's no guys in there that would have had like the good enchantments, like the librarians. They're the most of my concern. I think I've got the Unbreaking 3 guy over there, and maybe the Efficiency 5 guy over there as well, so I should be okay. But we're just going to kill Larry and Bob, and Jeff, and Andrew, all these guys. They've just gone bad. Okay, well, after killing all those guys, it appears this is the culprit right here. He obviously has spawned in this rail system somewhere, probably like that creeper did, and he's made his way into this little pen and killed all my villagers. He's a mass murderer, this guy. Okay, with that crisis averted, so now I just want to show you what I've been doing here. So we've changed the configuration of this rail a little bit, and it starts raining. And as you can see, I've been very busy and dug some big holes with the piston mechanisms in them. So these 4 little areas here are going to be for the 4 different types of villages that we want to keep multiples of. The librarians are going to go on this one because the other 3 hit too close to the spider farm, so the length of those will be limited. And I'm sure I'll want mostly librarians here. So yeah, that can extend down even further still. And I'll just show you what the idea is here. Let's see if I can do this. If we put a minecart here and we give it a nudge, I can nudge it. It should go straight up like that. Now, it will actually probably come back here. I hope. Yeah, it should be around here somewhere. So that is the default state for it to just go around like that. But what we want to happen, did it drop down into here? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Can I have this, please? There we go. But what we want to happen is we want this to change where it goes. So what I've done is set up another little redstone line here. So this comes down from the piston that we put in before. The redstone travels along here, through here, and the idea is it's going to activate all these pistons. Let's jump up through here. It's going to activate all these pistons here, and also at the same time it's going to switch this rail right here. And I don't know if I've got the timing set up yet, but let's just try this real quick. I don't particularly want to try it with this guy. What's this guy got anyway? Knock back. Unbreaking. Okay, cool. Yeah, I won't try it with these guys just because I don't want to lose them now. But basically what will happen is that track will switch at just the right time for this minecart to go down here, and this will all be encased in glass. The minecart will fall into this spot, and soon after that the pistons will retract actually, and the minecart will drop down 2 levels, and that is what we're going to use to store our villagers in. Due to the recent events, I might not be able to get this done this episode because I've got a few things to fix now, but that is the general gist of what we're trying to do here, so hopefully it should work okay. Still a little bit more testing to do, so I'll probably do some more of that before we come back and look at this another time. But let's take a break from this for a little while and do something else. Alright guys, well, turns out we haven't got much time left in this episode. What I thought I'd do for the last little bit here is I've come down here to get some glowstone dust, and we can see this thing's actually starting to fill up, so I'm going to have to come down here and do some sorting systems very soon, I think. There's too many witches spawning at the moment, which is good. It's a good problem to have. Alright, so I got some glowstone dust here so we can make a few lamps. This is right, I think. There we go. Just because I want to show you, I've been meaning to do it the last couple episodes, just to do a couple of the lighting towers, or at the very least one lighting tower on the mob system up there, because very soon we'll be able to switch that thing on. Of course, once we get a sorting system set up, because at the moment it would overflow instantly. The amount of witches we're getting at the moment, it's already overflowing, so mobs on top of that would be tough. Alright, let's just go back up here for a moment. It's raining still. Well, let me just... is the sun going down? I might be able to just sleep real quick here. And then we might be able to get rid of this rain. Oh, bit of lag. Okay. Okay. Right. Should be able to sleep here. Hopefully we'll get rid of this rain really quick. Alright, awesome. Yeah, so I thought about using some lapis or some other colour here in the corners, but I'm sort of running a bit low on blocks at the moment that I want to use for that. So for this this one, I'm just going to use this polished andesite. I really like this polished andesite, and we can change it out later if we want to, so that's okay. Alright, let's get up here and I'll see how we go. Okay, don't die as well. Right. So this is where we need to do the lamps. Now I think I've worked out that if we go lamps, okay, if we go up from here, now if we put a lamp on top here, I'm pretty sure, and then a half slab on top of that, I'm pretty sure when we turn that on and we have another one in this corner, it will light up this entire little platform here, which is what we sort of want at the moment. And as for the wiring, it's going to be very simple wiring, I hope. Let's block that back up again. So yeah, as for the wiring, I think we're just going to go probably out like this, and then most likely we're just going to go just your standard sort of torch tower method. So we'll get the torches going out the side, one on top of that, and at some point we'll hook up, you know, a switch or whatever to this so we can turn the lights on and off. Let's see if we can get up here now. Awesome. Okay, let's try this. Let's go up a little bit higher. And of course I won't be able to get up there, will I? Let's do this. And yeah, we'll just basically keep going up here. When we get to this next level, we can put another lamp. But yeah, I'm going to just do a little bit of this and then we can have a look what it looks like. Yeah, that's bound to happen. Okay, there's our very simple tower, and we can flick it on and off, and we'll have one of those in each corner, and that should help. I realized I put the slab on top. That won't work because these slime blocks will actually grab hold of the slab and pull it out of position, so we'll have to put like a furnace or something on top of these guys so that we don't get spawns on there. But I thought I would just have a quick look at it at night time. Alright, so there we go. So that's the torch tower on the one side with the lamps. And that should look pretty cool, I think, once it's all done. So yeah, this thing's really starting to come together. We can probably start to look at putting some skins on it very soon. Once we get the other sides done, of course. But that's about it for today's episode, guys. Sorry it's a little bit late. I know, been pretty busy this last week. A few cool things happening at the moment, which I'll explain a little bit later. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again next time.